Yeah. Had to get that out the way. You know, I got to give that intro, man. YouTube get the intro. The podcast get the intro. You know, when me come through the door, I'm going to give you the good intro. You feel me? But anyway, it's your brother, man, from the motherland coming to you guys live, representing that OOD. Back with another one of that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know, I am Junes, the original, or should I say for the Bantu, by blood, not by conversion. You know I'm out here splurging with the what? With the word. I want to give all praise and glory to the Most High Sunini, the only name given unto the children. You understand, the children of Jacob. Want to set the record straight. You know what I'm saying? The Holy Land is and always was in South Africa. Africa in general is the Father's land, is the land with the milk and the honey, with all the gold, all the diamonds, all everything you could imagine is there. All the animals, everything is there. All the people that came there. You see how great we are. We come from there. You understand? Don't let nobody tell you come from Europe or you come from no Middle East. You're not no Arabs. You ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Leave these people to be who they are. They claim who they are. Why can't we claim who we are? We always want to follow other people, right? And listen, I'm going to say this because even I felt subject to it until the truth was unveiled. Now, the truth has been given, and I got a mission. The mission is to get the hood into the kingdom, and that kingdom is in Africa. Holla at your boy. Yeah. But you know, before I start, you know, I got to talk about the hood news, right? First of all, what's the temperature in the hood? You already know. It was rainy, kind of shady. Them still moving crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the hood temperature. You know, we supposed to be seeing snow sooner or later, man. Sheesh, I ain't even trying to hear that. But, hey, it's on this way, you know? But it is what it is. But another news, man. It says, man robbed Brooklyn grocery store while armed, flee with 6,000 in cash. It's the stuff that's going on, man. You know, got another one with Jabari Burrell charged in NYC triple murder of 3 female relatives. I keep telling you, man, death is just on a rampant right now. Everybody is dying. Rampant. This is why I keep telling you guys, you gotta repent. Repent means change. Whatever foolish lifestyle you are living, whatever psychological belief and stance that you believe in, if it's not in line with the Most High, you're going to die. That's for everybody, including myself. So I do not want to make it seem like I'm Mr. Perfect. We all got work to do. We all got cleaning up to do. We all got to look in the mirror and say, how can I be a better person? We all have to do that. You understand? There's no ifs, there's no buts, there's no maybes, there's no around the corner. There's nothing. You have to do the necessary things, right? Which leads to today's topic. Today's topic is black people still motivated? Are we as a nation of people still motivated? Motivated in what sense? Motivated to be great. Motivated to finish the jobs that our freedom fighters did, our ancestors did. Motivated to get out of these circumstances. Motivated to no longer want to be dependent on the system, no matter what it is, whether it's their alcohol, whether it's their food stamps, whether it's their drugs, whether it's their programs. Are we still motivated to be great? I'm watching other nations come to this place with this whole refugees asylum. These people are coming here 15, 20 minutes, already got jobs, doing all the end meets. doing everything that they can to make the dollar, to put their children in better spaces and better places. But what about us? What about us as black people? Those that been here 400 plus years, those that been in servitude, those that built this land. Let's keep it 100. Black people is the power source of America till this very day. But at the same time, it's starting to seem like we have become exhausted and we're no longer motivated. Everybody want to sit back and relax. Everybody want the easy way. Everybody feels that because of the slavery and all of the stuff that our ancestors went through, we are then moving with this self-entitled. I am entitled to receive everything because we was the ones that was picking the cotton. Yes, I hear that. But guess what, people? That was 100 plus years ago. What are we doing now? Are we motivated to take over certain things? I'm seeing other nations becoming doctors and lawyers, while colored people just want to be rappers and strippers and drug dealers and drug abusers, alcoholics, sex objects, miserable. What they said, misery love company. This is who we are. This is where we at. And it seems like nothing is going to change. It seems like people is acceptance and is okay with this. I don't want to be great. I want to be in the hood. I want to be fake. I want to be a snake. I want to do whatever it takes, meaning I'd rather kill than to put the hard will to achieve greatness. I'd rather kill for it. I don't want to work hard. I'd rather risk my life. This is where we at mentally as a people. We rather risk our lives and go to jail for an easy fix than waking up and putting in our hard work and dedication. We don't want the long-term rewards. We want that short-lived reward. We want to make that quick lick so we can hurry up and buy the cars. We want to start a business, come on YouTube, do podcasts, and we want to be instant stars. We don't want to put in the hard work. We don't want to put in the dedication. We don't want to put nothing in. We want everything handed to us. And when it's not handed to us or it's not going according, it's people hating. It's people not supporting. It's all of these things. But what are we doing? Where's the motivation? Why aren't people motivated no more? Even basketball. My son is on a basketball team, and I could see these children lack the motivation on how the like me growing up, like if I made it on a basketball team, that's just all of us. We was striving to be great. Like we wanted to be the AIs. We wanted to be the Steph Marburys. We wanted to be the ones that have the opportunity to get our families out the hood. That's if we took that route. Even growing up, I remember classmates saying, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a veterinarian. I want to be something. You ask these children right now what they want to be, these children will tell you, I don't even know. I asked my son one time, but he wants to be a psychologist. Praise the Most High for that. But there was a point in time when you asked him, and he said, I don't know. When I was young, by the time I was 9 years old, 10 years old, I said, yo, mom, I want to be a doctor. And you had others that said, I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a policeman. I want to be something. And now here we fast forward 2022. Me, if you was to ask me what do I want to be, I'm going to say I want to be what I am right now. Continuing and finishing what our forefathers started. Finishing what our revolutionary fighters started. Finishing this race and getting everybody in line. Getting everybody to realize that you're much more than just a nigga and pardon my language, you know what I'm saying? More than just a B word, sister. You're more than just a sex object. You're more than just a regular savage, a regular nobody. But The reason why people is looking at you in a level of disgust is because they see the lack of motivation. This is why they opening the borders and allowing other nations to come in. Because and I know I said before that we are the ones, we are the power source that's keeping this country afloat. And what I mean by that is we the ones that's filling up the jails, right? Because jails is really slavery, okay? We're the ones that's taking all their drugs. We're the one that's being experimented on, okay? So yes, we are the power structure of this so-called place called America, right? But at the same time, they see that, all right, say those that don't want to go to jail, they're not doing these things. They're not doing the crimes or doing anything that can lead them to prison. So what do? They rather stay in the house, chill, blow it down. You know what I'm saying? Want to go back shorties and do petty jobs, make money just so they can look fly and do everything I'm just mentioning, right? Right? So then you got those. Then you also got the others that's literally dependent on food stamps. That's literally taking full advantage of the system and feels like, well, I got a child, so you have to take care of me. This is the mentality of our people. I'm pregnant. I'm 6 months pregnant. I need food stamps now. I remember taking clients to these places and clients is getting a fit, talking about, where's my money? I looking at these people like, yo, fam, how dare you tell these people where's your money? This is not your money. You ain't work hard for this. You ain't get on the grind and bust your ass hard, sweat and tears. You ain't do nothing. You woke up, look at your phone, see nothing is in your bank account, you calling and harassing. And these people, and the thing, and shout out to all those, like the representatives, I gotta deal with this negative energy every day. Because if it was me, and I was on the other end and I hear somebody calling and say, where's my money? I'm gonna say, are you a retired veteran? Are you retired that you, like, if you're retired, then yes, you are entitled to all your money. You worked hard, you put in your years in, you work hard. I'm gonna say, did you work? And you say, no, I'm disabled. My nigga, no. Don't come over here. What you're going to do, you're going to calm down and you're going to wait. When the money comes, it comes. And if it don't come, what you going to do? You going to go commit a crime that's going to put your ass in jail? That's a win-win for us. And that's the mentality I would have had dealing with people who haven't done absolutely nothing, who lacks motivation, lack ambition, lack determination, and have the audacity to come on the phone and feel entitled to receive something that they didn't even work hard for. Are you dumb or are you dumb? No, we're not doing that. I'm sorry. And I know it sounds harsh when I say things like this, but we need to face the reality. We need to get over the fact that, yes, our forefathers did that, our ancestors did that. Now, what are you doing now? Guess what, people? The state that we are in as colored people, our ancestors and the freedom fighters are all churning in their graves. I remember sitting there talking to the Wiz. I said, listen, if I was Martin Luther King and I could and I seen the condition that my people are in now, and I had an opportunity and I could be like in his shoes and see the future, I would have spoke to God and said, Father, nah, I'm not about to do this. I'm not about to die for these niggas. This is what my hard work is gonna do. I'm getting rocks thrown out my head. I'm over here bleeding, saying, "Free, we alive, we alive." I'm doing all of this, and this is what I'm. No. I'm good. I'm good. If this is what's gonna happen, then I might as well just let it be. Just let these things, because if and this is just my assumption. If these things never took place where there was integration and he was pushing for all of that, you niggas would have no choice but to work. Your children would have had to learn to work. Your family would have had to learn to survive. Everybody would have learned that they had to be together. And I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about how the Martin Luther King dream was really a nightmare for black people. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna save that for next month. You know, when his birthday come around and they try to give us all the black history, right? At the end of the month, you know what I'm saying? At the lowest month that had the lowest days. That's when they give us all the Black history. It's the same repetitive cycle. You're going to get Rosa Parks. You're going to get Dr. King. And then they might just give you some, I don't know. Listen, for the last couple of years, from what I know, from what my children had presented to me, has been the same script. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks. He fought. She sat in the back of the bus, pay homage. LeBron James come out with a Black Lives Matter sneaker, Black History Month sneaker. You put it on. You go outside. You go for a layup. Here you go. Go bye-bye. Then you wait till next year. And then when March and April come, we're going to kill a nigga just to get you guys back to reality. This is what they do. This is what they do. This is what they do. And people get upset when I say these things, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And they doing this because they know that we just been detached from ourselves. We have been detached and we have forgotten why we was here. We have forgotten that this is not our land. Yes, you was born here. I can be born anywhere. But that's not my origin of who and where I'm from, right? A Chinese person can be born in America. That does not make that person American. That person is still a Chinese. See, they put these things and give these titles because they want you to be distracted and confused and forget about your ancestors and your culture. See, when you come to America, I tell people this all the time. When you come to America, don't forget your roots. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget what you came here to do. Because once you come here, you instantly get absorbed by this wickeding, evil nature of America, and you get sucked in and you forget all your cultural morals, values, principles. Because here, this land goes against every single thing that humanity tell us to do and not do. This place lets you do anything you want. You can break any law. Listen, they got rules in place right now where they're gonna allow grown men to talk to little children. Facts. Things that people in other places would have got you hung, hand chopped off. Your penis, pardon my language, would have got chopped off. But here, oh no, it's accepted. We're gonna give them a lesser charge. We're gonna sell it to the people like it's bad. But then we're gonna put things in place where he only gonna get community service, or he's gonna get 3 months. He's gonna be in 3 months in isolation. Because you know when you go to jail, you know what I'm saying? When you go to jail and they know what you in jail for, things don't usually turn out for people like that. I'll just leave it as that. You feel me? So they putting things in place to protect evilness. Only here in America. So people come here and lose themselves. But what about those that been here 400 years? We didn't lose ourselves. We said, nah, man, we gonna fight till the end. We gonna do the necessary things to make sure that our people is good. We won our freedom. We wanted to be left alone. See, in the 50s, when we got set free, we wanted to be left alone. We did things to be self-sufficient, right? Like the Black Wall Street. We have proven that we don't need them. And we was well off. See, a lot of you guys don't know that when the Black Wall Street was taking place, was around the same time as the Great Depression. As you see, colored people was doing just fine. They was suffering. They was trying to figure out what the heck is going on. They needed the government. Now they took look how the tables turned. Now they made us the dependent on the government and took all our ideas, became prosperous, having conversations with other nations. We was already doing that. People not telling you this, but we was already making transactions with China. They're not telling you these things. We had airports. We had everything. We had everything. They had to do what they did because they know that if they was to allow us to continue, we would have took over this whole place. It's in our DNA. It's in our blood. Our big brother said we are the salt of the earth. Anything that we touch turn into gold. But now these heathens have gotten you to touch only your phone. Now we on our phones want to sit back, be on our phones, go outside, smoke a joint, Meanwhile, so much money to be made, go broke, don't know when their last dollar's gonna come through. They want to sell drugs, want to rob like the brother did, run into grocery stores, taking 6 grand. When I'm sure within that year that man has 6 grand because obviously he got a gun. Guns ain't cheap. Guns ain't free. That same money you could have took it and you could have flipped it. You could have invested into something, but you don't want to do that because we lack motivation. We lack motivation. We just be hating on anybody that's trying to be great, hating on everybody that's on the opposite side. Oh, what, you feel like you better than me? We all broke together. Why makes you think that we broke? What makes you think that we are broke? Because I'm in the hood like you? That's what makes you think that we're broke? No. And even if we're broke, my mentality is not going to accept the fact that I'm broke. See, you guys have accepted the fact that you broke and it's cool with that. This is why we lack motivation. You see, the other people that's coming from other countries, they know that they broke. They know that they don't have nothing, but they're determined to change that. We're going to change this narrative. You niggas that's here? Oh, nah. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna relax. Man, you know what? My great grandfather was a slave for a prominent white man, and because of that, I want my reparations right now, and I want it in all 20s. This is us. When you colored people had the preview of reparations, it was called unemployment with the extra 600. You guys was receiving reparations. You was getting previews of reparations, and let's see what people done with that. Scam. They got a brother in California who scammed the unemployment for over 700 and something thousand. Took that bread. What he do with it? What did he do with it? Did he open up a business? Did he open up a store? Did he go back to the community? Oh, no. He made a rap video. Yeah. This is us. This is the motivation. He made a rap video, guys. I'm a rapper. And I'm going to show the world that I'm scamming. Had another family, 1.7 in PPP loans. Listen, they even offered me to get the PPP loan. I got my own business. Something in my spirit said, Junior, are you dumb? I said, nah, I'm good. I'm going to pass it up. And now fast forward to today, 2 years later, everybody's getting booked. They try to even book me with the unemployment. Talking about I wasn't I was working, but excuse me? I had 2 jobs. My main job, I had a part-time and I had a full-time. My full-time is the one that went furlough. My full-time is the one that stated that you need to go on unemployment. We can't afford to pay you right now because my job, like I said, some of you guys don't know, I am a licensed life coach. My job consists of me being outside, being in places. So when things went low, we no longer could be outside and be in places. You know what I'm saying? They made us go on unemployment. And even when they tried to take me to court, they took me to court with my part-time job. I said, excuse me, that don't even make sense. That is a setup. You need to have a meeting with the full-time, the one that was paying the other half of the unemployment. You got to make that make sense. But I digress. This is the foolishness. This is the wickedness. But they probably thought I was just another nigga trying to scam the system. And in reality, I wasn't doing absolutely nothing. I was just getting back what I was owed. Had to tell the lady, I said, miss, you know where I live at, right? You know, I live in New York City. You know, the cost of rent alone here in New York, and I'm talking about like a 3-bedroom, could run you anywhere from $3 a month. You got to make that make sense, sweetheart. You got to make that make sense. You understand what I'm saying to you? See, these people are wicked. And because we lack motivations, they try to put us all in this same category. Like all these niggas is the same. No, we're not. You know what I did with all this free time? I started a podcast. I started expressing the things that I've been saying for years. I said, you know what? And shout out to the Wiz. She said, man, listen, you got too much to say. You need to put yourself in front of a screen and do what you do. And if you guys could even start from the beginning and when I started to now, you can see the evolution, the equipment. I remember starting and I couldn't even get the mics right. You know what I'm saying? One is over so loud. The sister was like, yo, you speaking some good points, but sheesh, that mic was loud. I'm buying things left to right. I'm buying this equipment, that equipment, testing everything on YouTube every day. That's motivation. When you motivated to be great, like for me even now, I feel like I'm the best podcast out. No disrespect to the others that's doing what they doing, but you can tell when people got support and when you can tell somebody's doing it for their lonesome. I'm doing it for my lonesome, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool because I'm gonna talk the talk. I'm gonna talk that people is not gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about how black people is not motivated no more. I'm gonna talk about how my sisters are being abused and being seen as sex objects, and they're worth so much more. I'm gonna talk about these things. I'm gonna talk about it. Yes, I'm going to talk about it. I'm gonna talk about how the medical field and the school systems is going against the children and stopping these children from being great. I'm gonna talk about that. I could talk everything like everybody else. I can talk about the women need men. I could do all that. Basketball, football, boxing, and there's times I'm gonna talk about that. But in reality, we're gonna talk about the problems that needs awareness. We're gonna talk about the problems that need fixing. And it needs fixing immediately. Because if it's not fixed, especially in the direction that this world is heading, you know that the first people that's going to suffer the most are those that's independent. Remember what I told you? They switched the narrative. During the Great Depression, it was Caucasians and Europeans who was dependent on the government. That's why they came up with the Social Security and all that. We didn't need that. We were self-sufficient. Now, when you fast forward to today, they the ones who don't need it, are self-sufficient and put things in place where they don't have to give nothing back. But for you guys, the bottom feeders, the bottom of the map, the bottom of the barrel, you guys, oh yeah, you got to do et cetera, et cetera. We got people over here waiting on stimulus money, doing this, doing that. And what you gonna do with that? Nothing. Probably buy this, probably buy that. All things that's not necessary. You can't buy things that you want. You gotta buy things that you need. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. But people don't understand that. People don't understand that because we have this mentality, this self-entitlement that desires to have it all when I'm putting in no work. We see dudes working hard, driving Lambos, doing this. I seen Cameron the other day on TikTok. He pulling up in Harlem with a black Lambo. That joint is fire. And you see other people's looking, and you can see it in their face. Let me tell you something. Dudes will be your man, shake your hands, give you daps, and feel some type of way. This is a fact. Won't say it, but deep down in their hearts, they wish that it was them. But we all got the same 24 hours in a day. All got creativity minds, all of that. It's what you're going to do with it. See, when you don't have no motivation and when you lack that and when you forgot what our forefathers, our freedom fighters, and what we had to go through, when you forget that because you get in a little bit of money, you get to smoke all your weed, you get to have all the unprotected sex, and you know that if you put a child on this earth, that you don't even got to do nothing because the government is going to raise them. But you know, when the government raised them, it comes with a price. Your child has to go through their protocols. Are you willing to sacrifice that? Absolutely, because you're not motivated. People will be like, yo, I got a child on the way. I got to do this. I got to do that. No, my dad said, you know what? I'm just going to chill. I'm going to do whatever I do. Whatever comes, comes. I wake up every day, for exception of Saturday. Fridays, Saturdays is the days that I stay chill. I stay home. I try to absorb the Sabbath, the samba, excuse me, chill with my loved ones, you know, do my podcast, do my samba conversations, chill, watch movies, eat good, eat bad. You know what I'm saying? I do everything on Fridays, Friday and Saturday. Sunday, just back to the grind. And even and it might come to a point where I'm still gonna have to do things on that Friday and that Saturday. Gotta work the whole 7 days because I got a mission. I got things to do. Got a house to buy. I got a country to visit. Yeah. When you got things to do, you gotta do it. But that comes with a level of motivation. I wake up, I'm like, yo, what I'm gonna do today? I got 50 trillion things. I wake up with like 50 trillion things on my mind. Now, all the 50 trillion things going to be executed? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. But I do know I got work to do. I do know I got a family. I do know that I'm still a child. I got a parent. That depends on my wellness, that depends on my vision, that depends on my determination, that depends on my money. So of course. But what about the brothers and sisters? What about you guys? How many of us is gonna say, yeah, man, we gotta be motivated? I be going into the hood, no matter where I'm at, whether I'm in the Ville, whether I'm in the Star. When you go inside these people's locations, man, these people are comfortable in their situations, like comfortable. You go into these new skyrise buildings, got security, people's cleaning up, the place is smelling good. You go inside of these projects, pissy elevators, people don't give a damn. People seeing themselves deteriorating and don't give a damn. People could barely walk straight, but they could barely walk straight, but their only motivation is to go into the places that put them in that situation. Meaning somebody can't even walk straight, but they can walk into the nearest liquor store to go buy some liquor to then walk back, unable to walk straight, to drink, and then do it again in a continuous cycle. You can see an alcoholic and be like, yo, this person is a drunk. You can see a crackhead and be like, yo, this person's a crackhead. You can see a heavy weed smoker and be like, damn, this dude smoke mad weed. You can see this. And while we seeing this, and while we doing this, we still don't got it in our mind to say, nah, I gotta make a change. Once upon a time, I used to blow it down every day. Minimum. I'm not talking about for the day, a minimum 5 to 6 blunts a day. Minimum. On a good day, say we going now, say we lit, say we catch a lick, 3.5s all across the room. To back. I wake up touching one. Before I eat, I touch one. Before I work out, after my workout. If I pull up and see a shorty, same thing. Same thing. This is what we do. And I could say this because I was living, I was knee deep. I was in the trenches. And even when I was in the trenches, the part of me was like, yo, this is not right. Being in a gang, doing all that, I'm like, yo, son, this ain't for me. What's this? And as I started evolving, and shout out to my children, because it took me having a child, and not even a child, it took me having a son. Because I knew as a young boy growing up without a father, how hurtful that was. So it took me having a son to say, nah, I gotta live for my son. I ain't about to die out here for these heathens and these he-gros. I'm about to, me? I gotta get to the bag. I gotta do what I gotta do. Went to school, bust my behind. I stopped hustling, doing everything. I went through the trenches, people. Gave my last G-Pack, I spent that on my son's birthday. I was down and out. My plug like, yo, you pulling up? I was like, nah, bro. Yo, I'm gonna be missing the action for a couple of times. All of these things was transpiring, right? My man's got booked with work. Trap House got raided. Like all of these things was happening simultaneously. Boom, 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 boom. And I know this was the Most High's doing it. And I appreciated it and I accepted it. He was like, nah, you gotta go get on that grind. Me going to college was the worst thing that these heathens has ever even gave me, because with college is different from high school. College, you have to read. You have to study. High school, you see it on the board, calculate. Okay, I remember. Got you. Test time. Finish. Out of here. Off this. Don't need to remember that. College, it's a whole different scenario. Presentations, this, that, in-depth studies, in-depth knowing this, the follow cues, product cues, all of this. And once I started reading and I started seeing things and I started paying attention on mental health, and then I read Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. I read that book. Shout out to the sister, man. Love you. That book right there changed my life. That to my man's, who was my plug, got locked up, came home and said, yo, bro, read this book right here called The Pale White Horse. Read that book and it was over. Hence, here you got Junes, the Bantu, fully armored, ready for war, mentally, physically, spiritually. This is what I received. And like these heathens say, you want to keep something from a black man, put it in a book. Open up a book. When you open up a book and you read and you see what's going on, there's only two things that's going to come out of you. It's either you're going to be acceptance to the foolishness or you're going to want better for you. You're not going to allow these people who got things planned out. Everything that I see going on in the hood, these things already been planned out. Even from these medical nonsense. I told you guys these things was going to happen. I got my coworkers, I got friends right now, even my whiz right now will tell you. Me and her, we used to have these conversations all the time. And it's like, wow. I'm like, yeah, I told you it was going to happen. And I'm telling you now, it's still going to happen. And guess what? It's only going to get worse. And it's only going to be worse for who? Us, the people who are dependent. Who's dependent, who's not striving for greatness, who's comfortable being at the bottom. We're so comfortable at being at the bottom, we even eat bottom food. We so comfortable being nobodies, being garbage, that we eat garbage. We still, with all this technology, all this information, we still eating McDonald's, still eating Burger King, still eating Wendy's, still eating bacon, still eating crab, still eating lobster, still eating ostrich and all of this, octopus and all of these things that we know that all information shows that these things cause severe damage to our bodies. We still don't give a damn. We got colored people now eating raw sushi. Where have you ever seen black people on the face of this earth ever ate food without cooking it? Ever. Only thing we eat raw is fruits. But look at us now. And then you wondering why we're in these circumstances. You wondering why we catching cancer, we're dying. You wondering why you catching eczema and your face is breaking out and your teeth falling out and your skin is bad and your breath stink and all of these things because we eating bad. We eating bad. If you pass gas and your joints smell like the atomic bomb, your body's telling you whatever you putting inside of us, you need to stop. But because we lack motivation, we don't even have motivation to even be healthy. We don't even have motivation to take care of ourselves, guys. How are we colored people the leading people of obesity now? How? How comfortable have you gotten that you are content with being overweight and out of shape? How? When just 50 years ago, 60 years ago, we was the fittest of the fittest. The only person that was ever obese in our household was our grandmother, and that's because she was old. And even then, she was trying to do what she had to do. I remember the grandmas walking from house to school, picking up her grandchildren, cooking, going to the supermarket with the carriage and all of that. I remember. Fast forward to today, look at us now. The most obese, most self-entitled nation on the face of this earth. Don't do absolutely nothing, but we feel like we entitled to it all. I deserve this. How? What did you do? My family, my great grandfather was a slave for a top European. Okay, they gave you freedom. Matter of fact, not only did they give you freedom, they gave you the opportunity to get rich. So go get rich. Put the blunt down. Put the phone down. Turn off the TV. Turn off the radio. Stop looking up for Jordans. Stop looking for Balenciagas and Louis bags and Gucci. Stop that. All that money that you wasted on that, take that, right? Take it, right? We gonna come with a solution right now. Take that and go look for something. You EIN, to start an EIN is free. A LLC is less than a pair of Jordans, okay? A DUN is a done number, is cheaper than a pair of Gucci's, Louis, all that, right? You take all of that, right? You apply for certain banks and try to get credit cards and all that. You get these stuff and you start your own business. It's gonna be rocky in the beginning. Yes, I know. It's gonna be rocky. But what stuff in life is not rocky? Giving birth was rocky. But you give birth and you cater to that, you invest into that, and you get what? You get a healthy young boy, healthy young girl. And the more investment that you do into that child, the better that child becomes. You devote your heart, mind, and soul into that child is gonna grow up to be what? Successful. The same thing with life. Same thing with life. So we're gonna stop with the excuses. We're gonna turn the page around. The Satanic New Year's is in a couple of weeks. This is what you heathens, he-grows, and even you heathenites. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna wake up. You're gonna look in the mirror, and you're gonna say, "I am going to be motivated. I'm motivated to be great. I'm motivated to finish what my ancestors and my forefathers done. I'm finishing what they've done. I'm gonna make sure that my children gets the best education, not the best clothes, and the best education, which also comes from your teaching, right? I'm gonna want my family to be good. I'm gonna look at my community and say, this is not what we're gonna do. You dudes in the projects, you guys are gonna all come together. Instead of coming together buying a blunt wrap, you're gonna go to Dollar Tree and you're gonna get some mops. You're gonna get some soap, some detergent. You're gonna go clean up your hallways, right? You're gonna then go to Home Depot, and I don't know if you're allowed to paint your walls, but you're gonna go to Home Depot and you're gonna buy some wall disinfectant, wall cleanup, and you're going to wipe down all the areas. And then you're gonna hold people accountable. Then when you see them pissing and we see them spitting, that's where you're gonna give them a beating. Because you guys is quick to hurt somebody for when they try to do foolishness and they violate, right? They violate in where you stay. Make them clean that up. Tired of the foolishness. You are men. You are women. You are adults. Stop acting like children at this goddamn place. Are you dumb or are you dumb? This is what you guys are gonna do. And after you said and done, you're gonna then have another conversation with yourself and you're gonna say, what else can I do? Now we're gonna try to start businesses. And even if you gotta work with a purpose. I'm gonna work so I can make this money, so I can invest into this, so I can buy that, and I can buy that, and then I'm gonna keep it pushing. This is what you're gonna do. You're not gonna work so you're gonna buy a brand new Mercedes Benz so you can put yourself in debt. We're not doing this no more. Okay? And for you children that's listening to your parents that want to go to school, want to go to college, that's great. Go to college if you're going to college to be beneficial for you, for society. Meaning, if you're going to be a lawyer, go to college. You want to be a doctor, go to college. If you want to be a librarian, my nigga, go get yourself a trade. Okay? Okay? Liberal arts is not going to get you $1 million. Okay? Liberal arts is not going to get you out the country so you can go look at other artifacts. Are you dumb? Wake up, people. Strive to be engineers. Do welding, electrician. Do the things that people need. See, me, I went to college for human services. Guess what? Because as long as there's humans, they're going to need service. I'm a life coach. As long as there's life on this earth, somebody's going to need coaching. Do the things that's needed for society. Stop doing things because it was easy and you want to take on. I took liberal arts because I want to do music. My nigga, you don't need a degree to do music. Bon Jovi didn't go to college to be a musician, okay? Cameron, Jay-Z, all of these people didn't go to school. They put the work in. They grind. They said, I'm not going to be a person with no motivation. And I'm going to leave it as that. Okay? You sisters want to go work at Walmart. It's fine. You don't need to be on a stripper pole and do all of that. Okay? You don't got to sell yourself to receive the same amount of money you can get, at least keeping your dignity, standing up on a line saying, welcome to Burger King. How may I take your order? Go do something productive. Get your ass up. Stop worrying about free Wi-Fi and cable. Go do something. Stop living off other people's expense, okay? That's for every single person. Man, woman, child, neighbor, whoever. Tired of this. It's annoying. It's frustrating. It's to the point where I'm like, yo, are you guys even, like, why are you here? Listen, man. It's your brother, man, from the motherland, man. Continue supporting Repent or Die podcast, man. Sweet baby G's, man. Our people, man. And then you know, you're going to have people that's going to listen to this and find something to have a rebuttal to go against everything that I'm saying. It's crazy. It's crazy. Or they're gonna listen to it, and because it's gonna hit their soul, it's gonna flick their soul, they're gonna turn it on and be like, I don't want to hear this. And that's another thing, man. We as colored people, man, we have gotten so soft. Man, the devil did a great job with you heathens, Negroes, and heathenites, man. They did a great job. They did such a great job that you guys can be accepted for formal information, critical, critiquing, nothing. I don't want none of that. Because as soon as somebody tell you about yourself, it's hate. You get angry. You ready to fight. You get emotional. You might even shoot. Listen, if Sunini wasn't real and wasn't holding my hands, a lot of you guys probably would have tried to take me out already. Because I keep my foot on you heathens and Negroes in the newly installed heathenites next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? I'ma holla. One.